On December 11, 1978, one of the most audacious robberies in modern history unfolded at John F. Kennedy International Airport in New York. In the dead of night, no alarms were triggered in time, not a single shot was fired, and in just over an hour, millions of dollars vanished without a trace. This is the incredible true story of the Lufthansa Heist. In the late 70s, Lufthansa Airlines was a key player in global finance, responsible for transporting massive amounts of cash and valuables from Europe to the United States. Every month, millions in untraceable currency would arrive at their secure cargo terminal at JFK, destined for banks across New York City. The security was thought to be impenetrable. Everyone assumed the money was safe, but they were about to be proven catastrophically wrong. The architect of this ambitious plan was a man named Jimmy the Gent Burke. Burke wasn't just a criminal, he was a legend in the New York underworld, a feared and respected figure in the Lucchese crime family. He was known for his intelligence, his ruthlessness, and his boundless ambition. The seed for the heist was planted when an airport employee, drowning in gambling debt to Burke, gave him a piece of insider information that was pure gold. The employee revealed a shocking detail. On certain nights, the Lufthansa vault, a supposedly secure facility, held upwards of $5 million in cash, and millions more in untraceable jewels. For Burke, this wasn't just an opportunity, it was the score of a lifetime. He immediately began to assemble his crew. This wasn't a job for amateurs or hotheads. He needed seasoned professionals, a hand-picked team of specialists. Each man was selected for a specific, crucial role: getaway drivers, lookouts, muscle, and assailants. There was absolutely no room for error. Mistakes would not be tolerated, and everyone knew the price of failure when dealing with Jimmy Burke. For weeks, the crew meticulously planned their every move. They operated like a military unit, studying the airport's routines with obsessive detail. They mapped out security guard shifts, identified camera blind spots, and pinpointed the weakest access points to the cargo building. Every single detail mattered. The plan was a model of precision. They would breach the cargo building late at night, neutralize the employees on duty, gain access to the vault, and be gone long before the morning shift even clocked in. On the night of the robbery, just after midnight, the team put their plan into action. They drove a black van to the cargo terminal, disguised and moving with a silent, practiced efficiency. The few security guards on duty were caught completely off guard, swiftly overpowered, and restrained without any resistance. The robbers moved with confidence, knowing exactly where they were going. Inside, they found what they were looking for: the fabled Lufthansa vault. Once inside, they were met with a sight that must have felt like a dream. Stacks upon stacks of cash, neatly packed in suitcases. Beside them, bags filled with jewelry worth millions. The team worked quickly, loading everything into their waiting van. The entire operation was a masterclass in criminal execution, taking less than 90 minutes from start to finish. When the robbers drove away into the darkness, they left behind a scene of confusion, fear, and utter disbelief. By the time the authorities finally pieced together what had happened, it was far too late. The crew had vanished into the New York night. The initial estimates were staggering. The total amount stolen was believed to be over $6 million, which is equivalent to more than $25 million today. At the time, it was the largest cash robbery in the history of the United States. The perfect crime. But this is where the story takes a dark and bloody turn. Jimmy Burke was a man obsessed with one thing above all else: silence. He was pathologically paranoid and believed that the only way to truly protect himself and secure the score was to eliminate every single loose end. That meant getting rid of everyone involved in the heist. One by one, the members of his hand-picked robbery crew began to disappear. Some were found brutally murdered, their bodies turning up in car trunks or abandoned lots. Others simply vanished without a trace, becoming ghosts in the criminal underworld. The celebration was short-lived, replaced by a wave of terror that swept through the crew. Over the following months and years, a grim pattern emerged. Nearly everyone connected to the Lufthansa heist was either killed, imprisoned on unrelated charges, or forced into witness protection. The money itself, the very reason for the heist, was never recovered. Law enforcement officials believe it was quickly laundered through a complex web of criminal networks, spent quietly on businesses, real estate, and lavish lifestyles, disappearing back into the system it was stolen from. As for the mastermind, Jimmy Burke, his downfall was ironic. He was eventually arrested and convicted, but not for the Lufthansa heist. The FBI could never pin the robbery directly on him. Instead, he was sent to prison for other crimes, including murder. He died behind bars in 1996 from cancer, taking the secrets of the heist, including the final resting place of the stolen millions, to his grave. The Lufthansa heist has since become the stuff of legend. It's a story that has fascinated crime enthusiasts and historians for decades. Not just because of the incredible amount of money that was stolen, but because of the brutal, tragic aftermath. It was a perfect robbery that ultimately destroyed everyone it touched. A story where greed, paranoia, and betrayal turned a spectacular success into a horrifying tragedy. This real-life drama was so compelling that it was later immortalized in books and films, most famously inspiring the classic movie Goodfellas. It serves as a stark reminder that even the most perfectly planned crimes often come with an unimaginable cost. The unbelievable story is, in fact, true. Thanks for watching.